members may address the board during the designated audience items section of the agenda. If you have any printed materials you would like to give to the board members, you must provide them to them, Board Secretary Jane Kaiser, or to me, and we'll provide them to the board. We also ask the members of the audience be respectful of others, remain quiet during the meetings so that everyone is able to hear the proceedings. For your convenience, microphones have been provided on both sides of the boardroom. Please speak directly into the microphones if you're asked to answer a question or address the board during the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Ontiveros. This meeting is called to order. The time is 6 p.m. We have the presence of a quorum, and the meeting has been duly called, and notice has been posted for the time and manner required by law. I'm going to ask everyone to please stand for the pledges of allegiance and remain standing for a silent invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for a silent invocation. You may be seated. Next on the agenda are recognitions.
Yes, ma'am. If the board would join me in front of the dais, we will congratulate some of our outstanding students and staff.
Thank you, Dr. Dupree. We're proud to have two students here tonight from Clements High School. They were chosen to lead the Pledges of Allegiance, Sarah Thomas and Rona Chow. Senior Sarah Thomas is a member of the Bands of America Super Regional Championships in UIL 6A state finalist Clements High School Marching Band. Sarah exemplifies outstanding character while serving as a drum major. She is the first chair in the concert band as an oboe player and has earned all area honors twice. She was named Outstanding Soloist at the National Wind Band Honors Competition, has an active role in the Clements PALS program, and carries a course load of AP level classes. Sophomore Rona Chow is a second-year Navy JROTC cadet. A strong leader and excellent student, Cadet Rona trains and leads 25 freshman cadets in the Alpha Platoon. She is a graduate of the NJROTC Basic Leadership Training course at Texas A&M Kingsville and was selected for the prestigious position of Command Guide on Bearer for the 2016-17 competitive season. Rona is also a member of the Clements JV volleyball team and takes a rigorous course load of pre-AP classes while maintaining an outstanding GPA. Help us, I think you've already congratulated him, but let's all join in and recognize these students. And we have some people here tonight to support Sarah and Rona. Would you please stand so we may recognize you? Next, we want to acknowledge the Quail Valley Middle School Math Counts team that won first place at the Math Counts nationwide middle school mathematics competition at the Star Learning 2016 competition held on Saturday, October 15th at Quail Valley Middle School. The competition covered geometry, combinatorics, counting probability, number theory, and algebra. Congratulations to team members Rich Wang and Jeremy Shu. also like to congratulate their sponsor, Mrs. Abigail Jones. And if you're here to support these talented students and staff member, please stand and be recognized. For our next recognition, Austin High School cellist Tiffany Chang was the first FBISD student and the only Texan student to earn a place in one of the National Association for Music Education's 2016 All-National Honor Ensembles. As a member of the All-National Honor Symphony Orchestra, Tiffany rehearsed and performed a gala concert at the 2016 National Association for Music Education Conference in Grapevine, Texas in November. The All-National Honor Ensembles concert, which included the concert band, mixed choir, symphonic orchestra, and jazz ensemble, was a highlight of a 4-day annual professional learning. We would like to congratulate her. We would also like to congratulate Orchestra Director Carolyn Vandiver for this national recognition. And if you're here tonight to support Tiffany and Carolyn, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. That concludes these recognitions.
As we, I guess before we finally conclude the recognitions, I have two more quick things to mention. First of all, there is a void at the leadership table this evening. Some of you may have noticed Dr. Mark Faust is not with us this evening. He is in Kerrville ISD being named superintendent this evening, if all goes as planned, where they're going to approve his contract tonight. So there is going to be a reception honoring Mark and his 21 years of service in Fort Bend ISD on Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. here in the atrium, for anyone who'd like to attend that. I'd also like to draw the board's attention to another recognition that our new Chief Communications Officer, Veronica Sofer, is in the audience this evening. Veronica's over here to our left. She's not officially beginning yet. She'll be here in February, but she is coming in from time to time just to do some preliminary work with us, and thought you might like to meet her this evening while she's in the audience. And that concludes our recognitions.
Thank you, Dr. Dupree. Next on our agenda is our audience items. We have two signed up this evening. First is Ben Kahn. Mr. Kahn, you'll have 3 minutes, and Ms. Helliger will time you and let you know when you have 30 seconds remaining.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. This is in reference to the new elementary school and the rezoning in Sienna Plantation. We attended the meeting, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and the area that we live in Shipman's Landing has been rezoned, or is temporarily going to be rezoned to Scanlon Oaks, and then they are part of the 30% that will be transferred back to Baines. We were just wondering, or wanted to express our interest in keeping our kids that are currently zoned to Sienna crossing and then continue on to Baines with their school. They're the only group in Sienna Plantation that would be rezoned twice, once with elementary and then back again to Baines. That's the main thing that we have now, is just keeping our kids at the school, transitioning to the middle school, just to keep the feeder patterns the same instead of having to switch twice. That's the main interest that I have here today.
Thank you for being here,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Kahn. We appreciate it. Next is Jessica Kahn. Is she here this evening? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda are information items. We will start with the report on the district's financial accountability rating.
Yes, our finance staff, Dina Edgar and Steve Bassett, are going to present a brief update. It's our annual required hearing on the FIRST, the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas for Public Schools. At the conclusion, we're going to turn it back over to you, Madam President, to take public comment on the report.
Thank you, Dr. Dupree. Dean Edgar has mentioned she'll come up and speak.
Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Dupree, and Board of Trustees. This evening I'll be presenting results of the 14th Annual School First Report. Since this is a public hearing, citizens will have an opportunity to comment at the conclusion. So for ease of delivery, I broke the presentation down into 3 sections. First, I'll provide a brief overview of what School First is. Then we'll take a look at Fort Bend ISD's results, and then we'll review disclosures that are required by the Texas Education Agency. So School First is essentially a report card of the district's financial condition. FIRST is an acronym for Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas. This was developed by TEA in 1999 and then put into practice beginning in fiscal year 02. The report does always lag a year behind, so the results I'm presenting to you this evening are based on fiscal year 15. We're currently in our 14th year of School First reporting and have received the highest rating for all 14 consecutive years. Okay, so the 83rd legislature made changes to FIRST reporting, and they're being phased in over 3 years, with the first change beginning last year. So for 12 years, districts were graded on 20 plus or minus indicators, and then last year that was reduced to only 7 indicators. This year, the rating worksheets include 15 indicators, which were only finalized in August of 2016. The main difference includes ratings associated with the future financial solvency of each school district, and previously the financial solvency report was a separate measure and a separate report altogether, so they've combined that. The grading mechanics have also changed from previous years, where districts were assigned one of 4 accountability ratings, and that was superior, above standard, standard, or substandard. Then last year, in the fiscal year 15, districts received a rating of either passed or substandard. And then moving into this year and into the future years, districts will receive a letter grade from A, superior, through F, substandard. The 15 performance indicators for rating year 15-16 can be really broken down into 3 categories that measure critical financial components, financial solvency, and financial competency. The indicators are rated differently, where questions 1 through 5 are yes or no with no points assigned. And then 6 through 15 are worth up to 10 points each for a maximum score of 100 points. Then the scoring rubric determines the status assigned to the district. Again, that's a letter grade A through F. Okay, so let's take a look at our results. According to School First regulations, we are required to present results on all 15 indicators, but I'll highlight several of them in